Is he?
34. Most injuries as well.
Oh, it's
Oh, okay, Celtic one.
He's got
no, because it's done this way for some reason.
Checking about the right guy. It's impossible to get video on the lap though. Unless.
Right?
Is he?
Right, well,
Yeah.
Most injuries,
that is sick.
You shouldn't like the videos we do
What?
that are on Patreon, because then they show up in the public.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay, so often. There you go. You're back.
Right, we're back. We're back.
You're back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Back again.
We are back. Tell a friend.
Yeah, please do. Like, what did we say?
Don't know.
Thanks, Roderick. Thanks, Stephen.
We were talking about films. I mean, if you want to talk about football, it's fine.
We're going to move to Europe. Mina was pretty good. Barrios, who went to Zenit St. Petersburg that we were linked with last season, was very good. What else? I like Paulie Farinas from Venezuela. He's a bit small, he's 5'11", but he's a good keeper. I think he'll get to Europe as well.
Benteke.
Oh, he's very good, yeah. But alas.
Yeah. Mina, for you? Done
He
well.
was alright.
He's a good player.
No, he is. I didn't think he was brilliant today. I just did. I mean, I don't
You
think
didn't concede the goal.
I don't think they really got. I thought it was an absolute god.
Yeah.
It was absolute.
Someone said the other night that final was incredible.
No, it wasn't.
And I was like,
That was the worst
what?
goal for a long
It was
Yeah.
garbage.
Chile were caught better a couple of years ago. Brazil were average, really.
Chile old squad, Uruguay old squad, Argentina just they've got to be the worst international team.
Argentina, they're horrendous.
They're horrendous.
Considering how many amazing players they've got.
What?
They haven't met each other before.
No.
For Peru, the final just showed.
They're a good team, but they're not good players. They're
No.
not great players. They're quite Guerrero's good up front.
Steve said he liked Guerrero.
He's
To
been
put
good. He got banned for the World Cup because he got caught taking.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Danny Hayes. So what is Film Man's favourite foreign film? Old Boy.
Film man, he's talking about me.
Probably, yeah. His favourite foreign film is Old Boy. You seen it?
The South Korea. Is that Chinese or Japanese or South Korean? South Korean, yeah. I've never seen it.
Seen it?
I've seen, how many foreign films can I say I've seen? I haven't seen that. Tell you what's good. You know, what's it called? Is it Don't Let Them In? You know, the vampire one. Have you seen that?
Oh, they let the right one in.
Yeah. So they made a remake, and the remake is very good, and it's about a little boy who becomes friends with a little girl, and she's a vampire.
It's fantastic.
But it's not like what you'd think. It's not that gruesome. It is gruesome, but actually, it's this boy and girl, and both of them are very, very good. I like these films they're called District 13. There's two of them, and they're set in France, in Paris, and basically they're a film just for those free runners to jump through windows.
Yeah.
But they're good films.
Goose sounds pretty good. Film from good.
He's gone in there, hasn't he?
He's gone there. LA Walkway says El Pip is a fountain of knowledge.
He is.
Cumbrian Toffee says Mina and Keane won't work.
Great, good shout.
Stephen Kelly says one of my favourite films is The Town. Ben Affleck quality film.
I mean, it's a good film. I mean, wouldn't have it the high film.
That's the Argo. That one the Oscar.
I like Argo.
I don't like
Argo, fuck yourself. I like.
This 6-year-old.
Oh, is there? Apologies. Who's 6?
Ryan. He said before.
Oh, sorry.
Hello to
I
Ryan.
said it very quietly.
Billy.
Billy.
Billy again.
Honest to God, since you
brought his LA chat
He
back.
never went to LA.
San
He
Francisco.
went to Cisco. I mean, LA.
Oh yeah.
I watched Calazo last night. I'd never seen it. It was great.
Yeah, I've
Tom
seen it.
Cruise film?
Yeah, I'd never
it's
seen
good.
it.
Fantastic.
It's good.
I watched it last
The
night
music's
for the
fantastic
first
as well.
time.
Is that the taxi one?
Yeah.
It's good. Good film. It's a
There
good,
you go.
a
I
good
mean,
film.
there's actually quite a few Everton stories today. We're just about films and TV.
The sound's not cutting out now. I'm not having that.
No.
Not having it at all, because we've got it here. That might...
Let the Right One In is good. You can't be a filmer and not seen Old Boy. Well, why? Why do I can't... I don't have to see every single film. Some films I like. I hate horror films for a start, for the most part. I'm not going to see them.
Oh, but
I know it's like people fighting, isn't it? Like triads and shizzle.
no, it's more about a fella who gets tortured for years. He gets it's not like gruesome torture. He gets let out. I won't spoil it, and things hit the roof. It's all the same.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Royal Blue, what do you make of Liverpool Echo reporting today that Everton will not be making a bid for Malcolm?
Yeah, it's the Liverpool Echo.
But the Liverpool Echo the other day, Everton were making a bid for Bertrand Traore, amongst other players, so make of it what you will. Lewis Melia, alright lads, what are your opinions on Everton releasing the new kit numbers 4 days before the new season starts and not offering a refund?
Well, they never ever.
If they change?
Right. Let's just get this absolutely right. Every year they do thing and they never. Squad numbers last season, where their proper squad numbers, still Blackburn away. Because I remember it because I was in the press box and I seen that Sigurdsson was number 10. And he'd been wearing his other squad number also, and that was the first time he wore number 10. First time Snidland wasn't number 2, Holgate was number 2. So it happens every year. So it shouldn't happen. Don't get me wrong. They should come back, and all the major players like Richarlison or any major player should have their squad number decided the day the new kit's coming out. Yeah. So, for Man City, the number 9 shirt, and it was already decided, so that when all the new kits got sold on day 1, when you're all excited, his new squad number was there. That's the problem. Everton is sorted already. If Richarlison's getting a new squad number, he should have it for the day that new kit comes out. So because if you think about it, right, the mum takes the kid into the shop. Yeah, there's 2 things. Do you want to name a number? Because they'll always, and the mum will always go, yeah. Who do you want? I want Richarlison. And the mum goes, right. There's a chance he might get a new squad number, right? The mum goes, all right, we'll leave it. And I bet you that kid never gets a squad number on the back of his kit.
I did it.
So Everton have just missed out on 13 quid, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And if that happens, so many Everton going to miss out on. The squad number's sorted, for fuck's sake. It's amateur hour again at this club. This stuff should be sorted out, especially for someone like Richarlison. He's going to be the big poster. He should be the big poster boy for us. Either give him the number 9 or the number 7 or the number 21 because it's war for Brazil, and get it sorted now. So the kit is ready to go. But no, we don't. We wait. We miss out. Then people go in the shop, kick off. It's a PR disaster. And who's caused it? Everton have caused it by not just getting something sorted. Rant over.
Adam Roscoe, do you think we are starting to see the club's plans now? There seems to be genuine interest links, Malcolm, Keane, etc. And do you think there'll be a surprise signing out of nowhere like Richarlison last year? I think we are starting to see the kind of players the club wants, as opposed to a surprise out of nowhere. I
think all the names are out there, aren't they? It's just that.
I think though, if like Real Madrid, and I'm not saying, when the club's players who are not going to get a look in will be available possibly, then you might see a surprise play potentially, but maybe not.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Cumbrian Trophy signed Ben Yedder. Says it every day. Mark, me and the Piv don't sign him, or Pedro. But you can keep saying it, because if you say it enough, it might happen. He's a good player though, isn't he? And very Ben Yedder, very good. Scorer, very good. Danny, you can't. We said that before.
I said that. I mean,
LA Walkway wanted a few in before they go away again. We all do, mate. I'm sure the manager does. Stephen Kelly with us being linked with Delph. Is there any other players outside the top 6 we could realistically go for? Oh, sorry, out of the top 6. Sorry, I read that wrong. I mean, the pair of them have gone silent.
Oh, you're asking me?
Both of you? Any of you?
Yeah, there is players, but then they're not going to give us like their first team players. I guess if you want to try and pick, well, unfortunately Chelsea won't sell, but you know, you can go for something like that. games. It's going to be don't use. There's a lot of good young players though at City. You won't get a look in. A lot of good young players at United. You won't get a look in. So
Interesting. Where are we? Bill Cummings says we need a right back, centre back, centre mid, right winger, striker. Agree?
yeah.
Whether we'll
Right back
get
might
all
be an
that.
issue, obviously.
Peter America commercially. Yeah. I mean, don't start him again, Pete. But yes, I think his face said it all. Stephen said it's Everton for you, Ped, standard, just take merchants. Trufael Mia says if we get a right winger and a striker, hopefully Keane, Ellison, Bernard and Sigurdsson.
Doesn't have to fit them in, does he? They have to fit in.
They'll be rotating them out. So
Yeah.
even if you started the season with the same that ended last season, and then as you games go on, you start filtering them in, and then you'll find the right mix.
Look at the team that started at Wolves,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
and look at the team that finished. No, but look at the way when we were at our best and we had Bernard on the.
One game out.
When we brought Bernard in, everyone was like, "Where's Bernard going to play? He's surely going to take Sigurdsson's place." They weren't like thinking Richarlison was going to swap sides and Dom was going to play through the middle, and people like, didn't think Gomez was going to play. And even when Kurt Zouma signed, thought Mina was. There's the players. It's up to them. It's not up to the manager. The manager will have an idea in his head, and he wants 22 players that can all fit into that squad. He leaves it up to them. That's the point, isn't it? You bring players in that fit into the overall thing. If you've got players that don't fit, you ship them out.
Let's be honest, we haven't got so anyone can, so like players we don't want them to lose the place for.
It's all about
But when they do,
performance,
you're not asked,
consistency.
aren't you? You're not
Last
asked.
season everyone was like, oh, we've got Keenan Mean, and then Jagielka and Zuma comes along and takes the place. Just happens like that.
Everyone can lose the place. Richarlison lost his place at times last season, so evening lads, even on Michael, Simon, Rob, size the chain man.
He's the chainsaw man.
Can't imagine life without Trophy TV. Love the show as always. Although the freezing was stressing them out before, it's like watching an Everton live stream. Where are as well? Millions of. Do you ever remember Osman's goal away to SK Brannan in the UEFA Cup when you didn't see the ball go in the net on Channel 5's live coverage?
Yes.
Got to be the most horrendous channel to ever show football in this country.
Goslin's goal was missed by half the country as well, wasn't it?
Who's Gosling's? Yeah, they went to an
Gosling's,
advert apparently, didn't he? That was on the street end. Our next pen go for Kariobangi Sharp type celebrations if they score, or try the understated Fraser Hornby, turn round and jog on. What do you want?
Depends how
The hamstring leg thing.
Depends how important it is. You never. I mean, no celebrations were incredible.
Brilliant, man.
Oh, Black Panther last. Black Panther forever.
I just want them
I
to
don't think it's
score.
going to work with Tom Davies.
I literally just want them to score them.
Just get a surfboard off Tom.
Bill Cummins says the only difference between our squad and Arsenal's is their hence we need a quality striker in
buy
the summer.
Aubameyang then. Go and buy him. 59 million.
Go and get him. For Zuma.
He's not our player, so there'll be if we don't, there'll be issues always. Sad.
Go and get him. People just saying the sound keeps cutting out. It'll be the internet, not much we can do, lads. Bill Cummins, we need options off the bench and rotation. Stephen Kelly, we've been linked with the Lille defender at Arm. I'm guessing it's Adama Soumare.
Yeah, he's a good player. He had a really good season last season. He didn't play all the games, but he's big, strong, quick. Don't know if I'd like him as a Zuma replacement, but he's decent on the ball as well, yeah. I like him. We were linked a couple of years ago under Koeman as well.
We were, weren't we? Yeah. Big and athletic, we'll say. And that's basically what Zuma is, isn't he?
He adds a pace. He's not as quick as Zuma over the ground, but if you're smart, you can get away with that sometimes.
There you go. Where are we up to on there? Gone again. David Moore signing. Holds up, yeah.
potential sign is if he could have got someone different than Billy Letton but again, Per Coldrup was the worst. Or Eddie Bosnar, if you remember him.
Oh, Eddie Bosnar came in into.
I remember because I was working there at the time. Rodrigo just turned up at Belfield and asked for a trial. Come over from Brazil, come to Goodison and got that redirected to Belfield. Went in, got a trial and signed the contract, done his knee.
Do you know what's weird with Rodrigo though is? Season he looked alright.
He did look good.
He looked alright. He had something about him. But I've never been able to find anywhere, and you might have better thing with me, any evidence of having any career after he left Everton.
I don't think he did.
He done his knee and now playing on a
Doing his knee.
Alright, I remember Wrexham in a pre-season game and he did look alright, looked like he had something about him. But it's just weird that there was no evidence of a career afterwards.
He had that free kick at Man City when we got beat 3-1 and he hit out the ground in the court. It was when City hadn't covered the corners, they filled it in and he sliced it. No home friendly, it's due to the boxes being revamped.
No, it's the lounges.
It's the lounges.
They're doing all the lounges.
But I think, to be honest, we didn't want to play the home. I don't think Silva wanted the home friendly last year.
I have no problem with that.
No.
I'd
rather us.
Flat
every time.
It's a good lesson for that first game, and I know
and the new players. I think back and see the home friendly. It doesn't go well. You kind of go. You've took a bit of that excitement. I don't like them really. Stephen Kelly, does Andy think Everton will adapt their Ajax and Leipzig model?
No. If they did, it'd take up like 5 years. And unfortunately, the way payment system prevents us from having a similar system because Ajax can get Moroccan, African country in this country. The FIFA system basically prohibits English clubs and the FA prohibits English clubs from being able to do their models. We could be smarter though. We definitely could get a satellite club in France and try and use that.
We were talking about that yesterday. We should definitely go and
it's just so show it was like a really good team for like producing young players. We could have them really, but Leicester have got Belgium.
But that's exactly what we need to do. We were talking about George Hirsch, weren't we, saying, since says, boys, if we get Malcolm, we think middle.
I think you'll see different looks in different games, won't you? Some games you'll see him on the right, some games you'll see essentially some games off the left for Chelsea. It just depends who you're playing. Yeah.
Do you think he'll go through the middle?
I think he will. I think he's always. You get the feeling that he's always. Him there and playing him on the right and playing him on the left, but he always sort of hinted to the fact that was his long-term position. And then when Marcel Brand saying when they asked him about being a centre forward, we've got the centre forwards already at the club, and it seems
that
like
was in January though.
I know, but it seemed like they've already sort of gone. Could end up a player. It's back to goals. Got to adapt a lot better, but.
It's best in the way to do Cooper. He's did a couple of things that are quite smart in the Cooper. Back to goal.
It's about progression, isn't it? He's got to improve if he wants that job. Kevin Doheny. Sorry if I've mullered your name. Looks like Andre to stay 23 boss. They play this year. First team. He's surprised there hasn't been more coaching changes.
We've spoke about this before. Something that's got to happen. I watched the under-23s games last season and they play a completely different style from the first team. How's a young player like Josh Bowler going to adapt to the first team if he's not playing the first team style? What's the point of the under-23 team? So Bowler, people, he looks great, this and that. Well, he doesn't look great if the way he plays does not fit in with the player and the way we play in the first team. So that's something I think we've got to start doing. I think that will radically change. I think anyone who played in that friendly on Sunday really shouldn't be anywhere. He should be in the team. It's a simple, because otherwise, again, we talk a lot about what we don't do right at this club, and one of the problems, we let players who are Young get to a certain age where he can leave the club for nothing. What are you doing? You've put all that money into those players. Start being as you do. Let players go. Joe Williams said yesterday on the show. Joe Williams, get him a club somewhere and say, 2 years' time we've got a buyback for you. You know, we're being linked with Moise Keane for 30 million, and apparently, well, if you listen to people, there's going to be a 40 million pound buyback clause. Whether that's really right though, that's what you've. Barcelona, there's a buyback clause for Mina. There was a buyback clause for Deulofeu. They looked at Deulofeu and went, has his value gone up since we bought him? Yes, get him back and we'll sell him. And that's what they did. We're not clever enough. We're all too nice with everything we do, like we've just been saying here. Leicester for to them. That's what we've got to start doing. We're too nice a club. It's time to start being bad shithouses, and it starts now.
There you go. Apparently, Adam Roscoe on Patreon, Philip Cocu's hijacking Dowell's move to Huddersfield.
I prefer him to go to got more chance.
I like the thought of Keenan Dowell driving somewhere, who just like coming in from the side and blocking the path.
Masks on.
And, get out the car! But he'd be more like,
the
please, would you please exit the vehicle? I would like to take you to the Derby County with me. We'll have a good time. A lot of.
We keep dropping in and out, so we probably should.
We will end this now.
We will end it.
You stick with me, we will win lots of gold. Okay,
maybe.
There you go.
I mean, I'd prefer him to go to Sheffield United and play in the Premier League, personally. I think another championship move, that'd be where he ends up. Listen,
rubbish tonight.
So,
and you know, normally it's not this bad. You know this. It's just, I don't know what. It might be the electric static in the air or something.
It's just rubbish.
It's just garbage tonight.
So, thank you all for joining us.
Are we back on? Can you just check we're actually back on to say goodbye though?
I don't know. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're just gonna because it's stressing me out.
No, that's what it is.
Right,
and
nice
we've got
one.
to paint the corner.
Nice one. See you all later.